there's always a hope. Rise and fight.
Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen. This is your favorite caster slash player slash commentator slash organizer slash observer. So welcome everyone to the BSL season 15 European Championships, and it's going to be Group C cassette first. So we will have this group being casted first, and this means that we will start with Ziki versus SquaLL, and then we will have Ptak versus Kryok, and after this group we will have immediately casted Group B, so definitely check it out and be there with us. Let your friends know that BSL started. I already added my stream on Team Liquid. So guys, we have Mr. Bonnie riding with 122 viewers. Thank you very much, Mr. Bonnie. Super Gosu, BSL Pro League player, Mr. Bonnie. Fantastic player, fantastic person. He was casting yesterday, Super Gosu player, also a father, and he is from the good part of Poland, so definitely check him out if you didn't. I'm telling this to my viewers and to all Bonnie viewers. Thank you guys for being here. We will be starting with Ziki versus SquaLL. I have players in the game already, so I think we should be ready to go. Players are ready to go. We're going to have the first match being played on Butter. So without further ado, let's get into the game and see who will be the stronger Zerg today. Kidoki. So spawning on the top right location we have Ziki, and the bottom right location we have SquaLL. This is a live game, so we can see who is producing what, and we don't see the number of drones. However, some players are in group stage. I'm okay with players pre-playing their matches because this is the middle of the week, so that's not that big of a deal. I think it's more important to have the matches to cast instead of having a problem to arrange players to cast them live. But from Friday we should have matches live. Okay, what's the idea behind those two players? Ziki going for 9 pull and SquaLL going for some kind of overload, probably 12 pull. It can be also possible that 12 hatch might be good on this map, but overpull is a very good counter to 9 pull. Obviously 9 pull is the most flexible build in ZVZ because it opens you option to adjust to actually every single strategy. You can be a little bit behind with some of them, you can be a little bit ahead with some, but overall if you are a better player, 9 pull isn't like risky build. I mean, it is a little bit risky because if someone blindly counter you, will go with 9 hatch and into mass links, it might be very hard to stop. But I feel like Ziki is a good enough player to be able to read those kind of things. We are seeing SquaLL playing actually the exact counter to what Ziki is playing. I mean, this is not the exact counter, but this is a very, very good opening for him because as you can see, he's having 7 plus 3, which means 10 drones, and Ziki only has 9 for now. There will be 6 links for Ziki, but there will be also 6 links for SquaLL, and SquaLL has a faster layer because Ziki started with speed. So unless Ziki will deal some incredible damage, or at least some damage with those speed links, he will be behind because it's really important for look at that. He's investing more and more money into links. He will have 10, probably 12 of them, where SquaLL is also investing into links, but he will. Very nice move by SquaLL. He found a opportunity to move out. So yeah, SquaLL should have some kind of advantage. However, I think he went speed as well, so so it's not going to be too big of a gas advantage. We are seeing that Ziki already discovers, okay, I have a speed first, so you went layer first, so he already immediately put it free into the gas, so his advantage in gas is actually growing. However, SquaLL's Spire will be on time. You are seeing that Ziki is trying to kill this egg to make this entrance a little bit wider, to have a little bit more surround area. Oh, that was a mistake by Ziki. He wanted to probably one-on-one fight with this one link. But in terms of links, we have similar numbers. We will have hatchery from SquaLL, and this is the advantage of Nineful, that Ziki will be able to place his hatchery into the expansion, and that's what he's doing. So overall, it should be pretty comfortable. Of course, it's a little bit tricky because, for example, SquaLL could go for a lot of links right now, and Ziki would be forced to make additional links where he wants to make drones now, right? So so he will have at least 9 drones mining minerals, or like 7, 8 is much better than 6. Every single drone matters, and as we can see, he is adding additional drones. So he will be able to saturate those 2 hatcheries, but we can see, I think SquaLL is adding drones as well, because he is having 11 of them right now. So very nicely done. So 3 mutas from SquaLL, and we can see that Ziki wants to be a little bit more aggressive. He wants to apply some pressure on SquaLL. He wants SquaLL to make some kind of a mistake, and he wants to force this mistake. I'm not sure. I think the numbers are relatively equal, and SquaLL is doing a very good job holding on this choke. So it's not easy thing to do, to hold that kind of aggression from Ziki. But we are seeing mutas out, so those mutas should scare those links away. But in the same time, Ziki is producing 3 mutas and have 9 drones. So very similar economy. In theory, we've seen that SquaLL didn't go for speed eventually, but I think Ziki was mining gas with 3 for a little bit longer, so it should be semi-equal. Let's see what Ziki will do, because I think he can even play defensively and try to take this gas and start mining from it. What SquaLL is probably aiming for, he wants to produce all the mutas for all the gas he has and then make attack at the same time. So that's the plan of SquaLL. That should be the plan of SquaLL. I would like to thank to all of you guys for watching. I don't have time to look at the chat, but I hope you all guys are happy and you are cheering for your favorite players. Ziki will have a hard time to defend against this push, because there will be 7 mutas against 6 and only 2 scourges, so micro shouldn't be that big of a factor, because Ziki will not have an option to. But look at that, Ziki is diving in immediately. SquaLL with very nice micro, but one scourge connected. Ziki also very nice micro, but there are 4 scourges, so here comes the defender's advantage, and I think SquaLL might have a little bit overextended. Very nice micro from Ziki, and he's not attacking the hatchery with all the 6 links, so it would be possible that SquaLL would be able to kill this hatchery, and this way he would come back to this game. But with this hatchery leaves, I think it will be hard to come back if you are losing the most significant, which is the muta battle. GG from Mr. SquaLL. So 1-0 for Ziki. Very nicely done. And I hope that you guys will allow me to do the profiles, and I will play you the music, and I will do it quicker if I will not talk. Okay, Ziki is banning Longinus. And now SquaLL picks the map from the remaining. So he picks the maps from all the left maps beside Butter and Longinus. Okay, and SquaLL wants to go over the middle. Both players very sexy. Both players have experience in BSL Pro League, both Pro League and Gosu League, but I think Ziki wasn't playing in Gosu League. Oh, it's Ziki winning, right? Okay, look at SquaLL. He was very high in Gosu League in each season he participated. Last season he was playing in Pro League. He is an old school player. Ziki can also be called old school player for sure, so definitely very good players facing each other. Okay, the map is going to be Vermeer. We are ready. Let's get into the game. Top right, Ziki, sending overload in the right location. Bottom right, SquaLL, sending overload not in the right location, which will give a little bit advantage for Ziki. And especially in ZVZ, those small things matters that like hugely, because Ziki is that good of a player that he will be able to just do your game. This is the regular scouting pattern of Overlord, because usually you want to send the first Overlord to the closer natural. If he would send it to the left, he would have Overlord here and know nothing, but at this point here he already knows whether it's expansion. He will be able to see the 9 pull links moving out, so those are the small advantages, small edges that you can have through scouting your opponent towards this direction. But you have 9 pull from Ziki again. This is what I would think from Ziki, right? If your opponent is choosing 4-player map, he usually probably wants to escape with 12 hatch, right? So this will be 12 pull, and if SquaLL will not be too greedy and will go for the hatchery immediately and will not produce any more drones right now, he should have enough links to defend this 6-link aggression. Obviously Ziki micro is incredibly strong, so you have to be on top of your links all the time, but he will have the numbers to do it. We are seeing that he's not too greedy, he's doing a good job with keeping the larvas, and he will morph them into the Zerglings immediately. Ziki went for the speed first, but this is the same thing with SquaLL. Obviously Ziki will have a faster speed. Now SquaLL very smartly sending Overlord over here, so he will scout that this is a 9 pull. Pulling the drones is definitely needed here. In theory, only one drone could make the difference, but in practically link speed, the links with speed can get into the better fighting position faster, so usually this gives some advantage for the link speed guy. And this is the small tweak you need to always keep in mind when you are defending this. You can't allow those links to get into the main base, and you can't allow those things to kill the hatchery. So it's a little bit tricky, and look how smartly Ziki is doing it, pulling those away and trying to keep SquaLL a little bit torn apart, but we will see that the hatchery will go down, so Ziki with incredible harassment, with incredible skill. He didn't even lose any links, so for now he can put back third drone to the gas, probably maybe add the drone. SquaLL will have money to rebuild the hatchery, but I think the damage has been done, and as we can see, 4 links has been hidden from Ziki. He discovers his situation, he knows how big of advantage he has right now. SquaLL very smartly keeping 2 links, but 2 links is not enough to keep the 4 links. So SquaLL will have to be aggressive, and I think this is a good call. However, oh my god, this hatchery will be cancelled as well. So this is GG from SquaLL, and Ziki taking 2-0 lead. Nicely done. Which song should I give you? I will give you this one. Hey guys, so coming up next, we're going to have the match between Ptak and Kryok. So Kryok replaced Ziki, because unfortunately, if you didn't follow and if you don't know, Ziki is now in Korea on scholarship, and I think he's working on for Africa Starleague or something like that. So that's incredible, because he had scholarship involved with BroodWar, but unfortunately because of the time zone he couldn't participate, so he was replaced by Kryok. So that's why we will going to have those matches between Ptak and Kryok. Very good players. Look at Ptak, for example, and Kryok. Birth died. It's 1984 and 85. So very experienced players. I know both of them from back in the days. Both of them very, very strong. Look at Kryok. He has been more active like 1 year ago. He was very good, and he was having a very good scores. And his opponent will be Ptak, who is some kind of a legend. I think he had some really good games in World Cyber Games. He's very experienced player. As you can see, he has all the medals. So it's going to be interesting. ZVT. The map is going to be butter. So let's get into the game. Okay, so on top right, Croatian Zerg, Ptak. And on bottom right, German, Terran, Kryok. Very good players. Oh guys, I forgot that I can speak to you and I don't need to send hearts. We have Mr. Machine, we have Mr. Mazur. We have so many people that I will not be able to thank you all for watching and for being here, but I really appreciate the fact that you are watching BSL and supporting, and by watching. Of course, huge thanks to those who are also supporting financially, who are subscribing and donating. You can see that we have a goal on the bottom, close to this SCV, that if we will reach that goal, we will organize the third season this year. A pretty big one, because it's going to be 32 players. Look at this Overlord scouting pattern. So it's going to be 32 players, same format as BSL10, so very exciting. Round robin for round of 8, so everyone versus everyone in round of 8, which is huge, and I'm very hyped for it. But it's going to be BSL16, and that's the goal for. But for now we have BSL15, and I'm very hyped for it and excited, because this is the European Championships. Top 4 players from those championships will advance to the season finals of BSL and join top 4 players from 3 other continents, which is Asia, North America, and Latin America. So I'm hyped. A nice block from Cryoc, but Pool went first, so it didn't delay Ptak that much. Ptak now with the scouting drone. We'll see that this is a tight wall. This is a very, very tight wall. I don't know if you can do... If you will kill the egg, it will be tight still, so... I'm wondering what kind of a build Kryok will go for. It looks like this is a 1-1-1. Some kind of a 1-1-1. Only 2 links from Ptak, so I really like that choice, because he's seen that this is the wall in, so probably this is 1-1-1. He doesn't need to spend larvas on links, because then there will be 175 minerals unit which can kill infinite number of links. So it's better to save those drones for those larvas for drones. Kryok is mining gas with 2, so it's going to be probably followed up by Starport. Ptak badly wants to place this sunken over here, so it will cover all the entrance. I like this choice, because placing it here opens the area over here. It would be even better to place it here, right? But oh, but he wasn't patient enough. Maybe that's good, because he would be behind, maybe. Who knows? But the starport is here. Broken map. Broken map. Okay, whoa, we have a Hydra risk then, which is a smart option. Actually, going for lurkers against 1-1-1 is automatically checkmate, because they don't build. Yeah, they don't build scanners, so if he will do it well, it's possible. Of course, this raid will scout that. Oh, but this overload will scout that as well. So, this... Oh, we will have a lurkers from Ptak. Wow, that's impressive and incredible. My beautiful wife, welcome, welcome. Much love to guys, all of you. Okay, so those links will go unscouted. This sunken should allow Kryok to be safe, but those things can do so much damage, because Kryok, okay, he will have 1 vulture, but those are speed links, so your reaction will have to be really nada wise, nada like. This command center will go down for sure. The question is, will he allow him to get into the main base? The links are so slippery. This is butter links, and that's incredible pressure from Ptak. Thank you, Mr. Creative. Kryok fighting. Yes. But those are speed vultures, so they should deal with the links, but the damage has been dealt. However... Oh, the raid is killing the drones. However, I feel like he could have killed the command center for sure, but look at the supply blocks. Kryok is not building any supplies. So he will be badly supply blocked. And I don't know what he will do against the lurkers. And that is already morphing them. There will be mines, there will be vessel, but I don't see any single unit that can beat lurkers. Obviously vultures with the boxer marine if you were Gosu micro, maybe baby, but nice micro. And those two lurkers may be so dangerous. There will be mines, maybe actually they will be on time. Maybe this raid will scout it, but very nice, very consistent aggression from Ptak. And at the same time he is adding the third hatchery, so but killing those vultures before they will be able to plant the mines is incredible, and we can see that he's cutting them from the link, so very nice maneuver from Ptak. He's going directly to the main base because he knows that there is a node scanner, so if he will burn both of the lurkers into the different locations, it will be even harder to break it, and he's going to the mineral line as well. The link is clearing the mines. There will be some mines which will cut the reinforcements, but the SCVs are falling. Look at the drone to SCVs number, it's getting closer and closer, and they will have 3 hatcheries soon. So that's very nice aggression from Ptak. The Vulture is trying to help SCVs not to die. So that's wisely done, and with this raid and with this vessel he should be able to clear it. But at the same time Ptak is going for the Spire follow-up and adding drones. Okay, one lurker managed to sneak to the natural, so now Kryok is not mining. Where is his vessel? Okay, so he decided to kill this lurker first. It's hard shot. Oh, but the mines may kill all the SCVs. He's buying some time. Poor Kryok. He got crushed by our big Ptak machine. Big Ptak macro machine. Nice SCV micro, but unfortunately it defused the mine and at the same time killed most of the SCVs. There are 10 here. I mean 9 here and 1 here. But those 2 vessels will not be enough, and with the Spire finishing, Ptak should be able to simply end the game with the Mutas. If he will not do it with the... yeah, even the raid falls now. So very tactical, nice play from our Croatian Zerg. Very nicely done. I will give you good music. So we can see that the fact that Ptak is more active recently shows that inactivity can burn out your skill a little bit. Because StarCraft is a game where you need to practice a lot and you need to be active to be on top of your form. So the map pick is going to be Vermeer. So let's get to the game number 2 between Ptak and Kryok. Okay. Spawning on top left we have Kryok, on top right we have Ptak. 1-0 lead for our Croatian Zerg. Very experienced player from Magical Gamers, now from team CWT. If you guys can make a bet, I will appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciating that and for being here. Today we will have 2 groups. I hope I will survive it. And from tomorrow we will have Group D and then the bracket stage. So every day, same time until Sunday, we will have the European Championships. So I'm wondering, who do you think will advance from Europe? Because so far we have, let me tell you who advanced. From China we have Zanhun, Buster, Randugu and Xiao Shuai. So Mihu got eliminated. So if you don't know how that happened, I encourage you to go to BSL YouTube and check the VODs, because he got beaten twice. By the and by the Protoss. Then we have from Latin America NBA Dandy, Jiren aka Babo and Terror. Very good players. 2 Terrans, Zerk and Protoss. And from North America we have Boa, Nyoken, Hawk and Quark. So 2 Protoss, 1 Terran, 1 Zerk. In China we have 2 Zerks, 1 Terran, 1 Protoss, so nice race distribution. I'm wondering, who do you think will join this group from Europe, right? Because we have so many good players in Europe as well. Ptak is not going for Julian Gas still. I'm wondering whether Kryok, yeah, he's blocking it. But yeah, he's seeing that this is a 9 pull, so this block, as good as it is, he needs to think about being defensive as well. Obviously, if you will scout 9 pull that early as a Terran, you should be relatively happy. You know that Zerk cutted a lot of drones in order to be able to apply some pressure on you. So, but this drone will steal the gas now, and that's very, very smart now. Let's see what will be the reaction from Kryok. Nice STV kill by Ptak. The third STV, 3 STVs on ramp should be enough. However, yeah, with 3 Marines, I'm wondering why Ptak didn't go for another STV, because like, at this stage every single STV matters. Look how annoying this gas is. Every single second this is -8, -8, -8, -8, -8, and the drone is sitting here and is doing, and actually is doing. I like this guy. Okay, so we will have a free hatch from Ptak, more maybe. Actually, he'll go. Probably he will go for some further expansion. What? I wonder what did he see. But he decided to go for the link speed instead of layer. He will kill this SCV from scouting, so this is very extremely important maneuver from Ptak, not allowing Kryok to see what he's doing and what he's going for. We'll have 10 links into 10 Marines. The Academy is extremely late. We will even have Engineering Bay. I was thinking that Kryok might be tempted to go for the Command Center, but maybe he discovered that he is too behind for that. And there are 2 ways of playing against one base Terran. You can go for free hatch in the main base and try to make enough drones to be able to simply out macro your opponent and try to base your game on the edges that Terran will have to cut when he will want to go this expansion. For this expansion, but there is another option where that you will go for the mass links and try to keep the Terran in base, not allow him, because it will be very hard for Terran to rebuild this army only from 2 barracks, right? And there are so many links that, but the Marines are on wrong position. At Ptak with excellent game read will be able to outmaneuver Kryok. Yeah, and Ptak. It looks like Ptak will go and face Ziki in the winner's match, because I don't see a way for Kryok to defend this base. And it looks like we will have the aggressive Terran winning, with aggressive Zerk winning. Congratulations. Congratulations for Mr. Ptak, very impressive play, I really like that. Guys, you can believe me or no, but this is my first time in BSL studio in front of so many people. So I should be nervous, alright? Yes. Arranging players at the same time, guys, so column time. There are two groups to cast. Eat your strawberries if you have them. So we will have Ziki versus Ptak now, as SquaLL and Kryok are playing their game now, so no break? The map is going to be Monopoly, Ptak versus Ziki. Let's get into the game. Okay. Spawning on the bottom of the map, we have Ptak. Spawning on the top of the map, we have Ziki. Ziki is absolute favorite of this group. And I'm not biased by saying that. He is a favorite, and this is this is not an opinion. He is really that good to be the favorite of this group. But SquaLL, Ptak, and Kryok, I feel like those guys are on super Gosu level as well, and three of them can fight very well against the second and third spot in this group. So that's very interesting. We need to remember that this season, top 2 players from the group is going to winner bracket, but the third player is going to loser bracket. So only one player will be eliminated at this stage of the tournament. The first map for the first 2 matches is Butter. Now for the winners match and for elimination match will be Monopoly, and for decider will be Vermeer. So this is only for the map stage. During the bracket stage, the players are banning the maps. For example, if they are playing best of 3, each of them is banning 2 maps, and then they are picking first map and second map. The first map is being picked by the player who was higher in the ladder, so that's definitely worth it to be as high as possible, because as you can see, it helps you. And the decider match, so first map by the player higher, second map by the player lower in the BSL ladder stage, and third map is being chosen by what is left. Because 4 banned, 2 chosen, 7 map pool, 7 minus 6 equals 1, and this will be the decider. But this is the group stage, so the first map is preset. After the game, the winner is banning 1 map, and then loser can pick from the remaining 5 maps. So those are the map bans rules. I know that even the casters of BSL sometimes have problem with following that, so maybe if I will... because we have those rules for like 8 seasons in a row, not changed, but maybe I'm not talking too often about it. Okay, so let's talk about strategy, because we can see that Ptak went for expansion where Ziki went for the hatchery first. Let me see, this is 12 drones, so this is a little bit more economical opening from Ziki than in the previous games, because he went for double 9 pull against SquaLL. Here against Ptak, maybe he was afraid of some kind of a 9 hunt, because we've seen that Ptak can play that kind of a strategy. This is an old school style strat, and I really like the scout from Ptak. He knows what he's up to. Whoa. Ziki, you are sneaky. I don't know if you guys have been following, but I organized the tournaments. It was called BSL Crazy Funny Tour, and it was a mirror tournament where you have to play mirror, but in ZVZ you can't produce Mutalisks, in PvP you can't produce Rivers, and in TVT you can't produce Siege mode. Like, you can produce tanks but can't produce Siege mode. And when I was playing Ziki, I don't know if maybe it was even in the like semi-finals or something like that in this tournament, because there were not too many people participating, so I went far. He was winning against me with this +1 weapon strategy, +1 melee upgrade strategy, and this is a great strat when you are not able to build mutas, but here he will have a much bigger timer on him. We can see that Ptak is not discovering what he's playing against. If Ziki will go for Hydras, I will be very, very hyped. I don't want to say that I will do something, but yes, I will be very, very hyped. Oh, we have Mr. Nayoken here, Super Gosu Nayo Bingo. So many so good casters here, fantastic. Mr. Nayoken will be casting BSL from Friday, so he is getting to know who he will be casting. A little bit more familiar with the European meta, especially that Nayoken already qualified for... nicely done by Ptak, already qualified for BSL 15 season finals. Oh my god, Ptak is making so many drones. Oh, Mr. Spot Doctor, I forgot to give you a VIP badge. If someone from the moderators can do it, I really appreciate that. If not, I will do it after the cast. Nice sneak through those two links. We'll be able to kill the drone from Ziki. Nicely done by Ptak. This was, I mean, I want to say that it was worthy because it's two links for a drone, but on the other hand, it's 3 hatch versus 2 hatch, and actually losing links in the situation when you can lose from links. Okay, so the timing should be like, it should be up in a few seconds. There will be 4 Sunkens. I would prefer to have second evolution chamber here instead of a Sunken, but maybe I'm wrong. So Ziki is trying to kill this overload. I really like this choice from Ziki, so he's applying so much pressure with those links that he's forcing so many Sunkens. However, his Ptak economy is good enough to be able, that he will be able to defend it, to hold it, and still have pretty good economical situation. Yeah, I think the third spore is needed here. Maybe it would be better to place it here because it will be closer, but it covers the area relatively healthy. So I like this from... Oh, we had a engagement! Oh, I knew that there is no chance that Ziki will attack, so I thought, no option, let's focus on what Ziki is doing next, but he went for it still. And he didn't kill too much units, right? So let's see what Mr. Ziki is planning to do now. We have drones from Ptak. I like this choice. You have muta advantage. Ooh, but I like this choice from Ziki as well. So I'm wondering whether he is mining gas, but he doesn't have too much of it. So maybe he went for Hydra's attack first, and he will go for the Hydra's then. Oh, Hydras in BSL Pro League. Ziki, you are the savior of this race. Thank you, man. Please make it work. I'm not biased. Obviously. I can't be. I wouldn't be casted if I would. More spores from Ziki, so he's respecting the possibility of mass mutas. This is 2 gas income. Ptak is scouting this base. Very nicely done. The funny thing, Mr. Foxhan, is that Ptak in Poland actually means a bird. So it was a typo which made it a word in Poland. I would like to see the 4th hatch from Ziki, because his economy is good enough to support 4 hatches, and the way you want to play against mass mutas when you are going Hydras, you want to produce the what's the word? It's from Hearthstone. Oh, maybe it's not from Hearthstone. I learned it in Hearthstone. You need to produce good enough of Hydra risks that there will be critical mass. Oh yeah, critical mass of the Hydra risks with +1, 1/1. Excuse me. And this is very important. You shouldn't attack before 1/1. So let's see if Ziki will go for it. I don't see a weapon yet. He will be able to kill the overload. That's huge, actually. The second overload will scout that those are the Hydras. I would like to see a little bit more harassment from Ptak, because that's what his build is like. That's what his build can do, and it feels like a little bit of a waste if you are not using it. But on the other hand, he don't want to make Ziki feel maybe threatened, and maybe that he's expecting that Ziki will not create enough spores. We can see that Ziki is constantly scouting, because the answer for what Ziki is doing is going for the lurkers, right? You are going for the lurkers, and look at that. He's jumping on top of the spores in the main base. Those two spores are badly exposed. We can see that Ziki is adding some additional emergency spores, but those two buildings will probably fall. There are no upgrades for the mutants, but Ptak is trying to focus fire. The Hydra is then. This might be a mistake because he will lose a lot of mutants in that process. But on the other hand, he will scout that this is a Queen's Nest into the Spire. But I feel like that went very well for Ziki. He didn't lose too many drones. He didn't lose any important buildings. Hydra then is rebuildable. That's one weapon for Hydras. We have it. We need to remember that this game is live, but there is good enough delay. So guys, if I'm talking to you guys, it's probably like 3.5 minutes after, right? This lonely Hydra is scouting that the more mutants are being produced. There are no links upgrade yet. But Ziki will defend this base. I wonder. Oh yeah, he rebuilt the spore, but nice micro from Ptak catching some Hydras. Very nice micro, and he wanted to attack the Spire, but 3 spores are dealing. Spore is the unit which is dealing the most amount of damage per second in game, I think, or one of those units which is dealing that amount of damage. Hmm. 1-1 already against 0-1, but I don't think Ptak will want to attack here. There will be a devourers from Ziki. There are 20 mutas though, so he can definitely try to snipe this spore and kill the assimilator, which will probably kill some drones in the process. He can also try to, while doing that, probably Ziki will move those Hydras to defend, and he would be able to kill this this hatchery, but he wants to do it even still. But it was a good call. I think he lost like 2 mutas for the hatchery, especially that it was a 4th hatchery, so Ziki now is producing only from 3 hatcheries. There are no upgrades on links. I like this base. I like this base very much. I think it's not that easy to scout. And if there will be a battle between over here, there can be spores for Ptak. But Ziki is holding strong. No 1-1 yet, but there will be the Devourers. And what the Devourer is doing is incredible because it lowers the speed of Mutalisk attack. On the other hand, but also lowers the armor. But this comes the huge engagement from Ptak. We can see that Ziki is sending the Hydras from the 3rd base to defend it, and it looks like Ptak will be able to deal a lot of damage. Even killing this gas is huge because it's only 2 gas. Because it's only 2 gas there. But with those 3 Devourers, those 1-to-1 heads up battles, Muta versus Hydra, the Hydras will simply win. I don't know what. I mean, I know what happened in Poland, but in Polish, but I don't. Oh, +2 weapon for Ziki. So he decides to go for +1 weapon, +2 weapon, maybe because he was planning to go to combo it with the Devourers, right? But he still needs to be very careful. Oh, this is island base. This is so smart from Ptak. So go for island and go for lurkers, man. Drones from Mr. Ptak. So this game will be hard for Ziki to manage it, but who knows? It's totally different tech. And look at that! Immediately those mutas are taking way more damage from each shot. But those two assimilators, 5,000 gas in each. It's like the most beautiful base in the world against Mass Hydra when you are playing ZVZ, right? On the other hand, we need to remember that this hive play gives you an option to put the Nidus Canal, fly with the overlay, put the Nidus Canal here and make a shit storm of Hydras. It's this base, I think it has too many Sankers for the amount of Hydras. But I like that Ziki is sharking around and trying to snipe something. We will have ultras from Ptak, but no upgrades yet. I really like the Carapace upgrade with Hydras because it lowers the amount of damage Hydra takes from the bounce shots of Mutas, and also lowers the amount of damage it takes from the links, which are usually added by the Zerg who is doing that. But we can see that Ptak is mining gas with only 2 drones over here, but his economy is definitely good enough to do what he needs. Oh, Nidus will be here. See guys, I was not lying. Some Nidus is placed here. 2-1 upgrades from Ptak, so he's not behind in that regard. Ziki is playing very slow game, methodical. And those Scourges might try to snipe the Devourers. +1 armor has been produced, so I wonder if Ziki... he's continuously producing Hydras, but at the same time he is adding some Devourers. There will be a Greater Spire. Guardians from Ziki, but Guardians are not too good against Scourges. I wonder how good Hydras are to pick the Scourges. I guess we will see, right? This is BSL teaches life of StarCraft. Yeah, Ziki needs additional base. Hydras are good enough, but the armor of this yeah, they are good enough, I think. But with those 5 Guardians, I don't know, maybe those Devourers will be able to take them out. Yeah, those are the dead Guardians. But those are some dead units as well from Ziki. And Ultras 3-1, 1-1 upgrades from Ptak right now, but those Ultras definitely need support. Ptak sees it, but I think Ziki is a little bit too confident. He is not expecting the middle of the map base. Obviously the Ptak economy isn't too good if he will lose this base. However, I wonder what... I think that Ziki... Maybe Ziki had some kind of a... He promised himself that he will win against Ptak with the Hydras. However, now this Ultra's counter-attack will be pretty powerful. This is +3 armor Ultras. You can see that Ziki is coming back, but at the same time he broke the defense at this expansion. There are some Hydras reinforcements, but the Ultras are extremely tanky. However, the Hydras upgrades are good enough, and I think the number of Hydras is good enough to defend it. However, some drones might fall, and definitely it was a good hold from Ziki, but it was also good attack from Ptak. I feel like he dealt some damage, but he killed. Look how quickly those are dying. But overall, it's definitely better for Ziki to take this base and save this base. So now it's 3 versus 3. One armor. Look at that. This is funny because the flying cocoon, I'm always showing this as an observer, but no one ever picks it up. But it's fun that the cocoon has the ground army car base. This is something incredible in StarCraft. And Ptak is continuing with this pressure. I feel like maybe it would be better for him to wait for the critical amount of those units, because those ultras, if they would have support of additional 20 links, they would be much more effective, because usually what Kryok is doing is tanking the ultra is tanking damage and links are dealing it. Obviously ultra is dealing a lot of damage themselves as well. This is a good engagement for Ptak, I feel like, but very nice target fire by Ziki. Oh, but with those lurkers, the ultras will not be as good as they can. And I feel like Ziki will be able to come back to this game. But now the counter-attack towards this base, but with the Guardians should target fire the ultras, right? But look at the small lurker egg. Ooh, feels like Terran. Second evolution chamber, the upgrades 1-2-1 are 2-1. 2-1 for Ptak as well. He is producing more and more ultras. This base is giving him so much income, so much possibilities. There was some kind of game where someone was saying so many possibilities, right? But I don't know. Oh, we had a Nidus attempt! Ziki, you are spoiling me, man. I like the defense from Ptak, having those emergency mutas to pick those Niduses. He will be mined out in the main base, same thing for Ziki. He also will be mined out in the natural, but Ptak still has some minerals there. So soon Ziki will be mining only on those two bases, plus this base is relatively fresh. And he's already saturating it. So I don't think that Ptak is aware that this base is there. And do we have overload speed? Oh, we also have a Ptak taking this base. I think he badly needs it. So what you should do as a ultra player now is go for queens, right? Queens and broodling the lurkers and just go for it. Two-1 upgrades against 3-1 for Ziki, so those Hydras are hitting like a tracks. More and more drones from Ziki. Look how nice methodical play it is. This really can be interesting and hyped, right? Okay. So it looks like Ziki has gained the air weapons advantage, air units advantage. And now those ultras will not be able to deal that much damage, especially that this overload might fall in a second. But he's target firing the lurkers, that's nicely done, but the overload will not die. However, those dealt a lot of damage. Ziki is sending some units to this base. The mutas with 1-1, so I wonder if it will trigger Ptak to go for mass mutas now, because he has to defend this base somehow. Oh, he will have bazillion of Scourges. Look at Ziki, he can even mine the Bowlers. But those scourges are dealing so much damage. This is definitely good value for Ptak, but I feel like the damage is just too big for now. Oh, Ziki wants to scout this base, and he will do it. Ptak already mined so much gas from those two Vespene geysers, or extractors. Oh, this is so sneaky, but 3-2 links are so powerful. Maybe he will be able to borrow it if this lurker will not die. But now I think the... What? But look, we can so many of them. Ptak is trying to hold as good as he can. And looks like Ziki has very healthy economy. Still. Ptak, if he will defend this base, I think he should be relatively happy. 3-2 lurkers. Very strong. I really like this counter-attack from Ptak. He has to do something. Maybe keep those mutas from this base. At the same time, some scourges are landing, but it looks like this is just too much Hydras for Ziki. 3-2 Hydras versus 3-2 Ultras. The upgrades are good for both, but it's simply too much Ziki. Okay, and Ziki is going for the frontal attack. So after killing the majority of the ground army, and knowing that Ptak spent all his gas on scourges, there will be only links and one ultra. So those Hydras should deal enough damage. But look how quickly those links are dealing damage. Very GG. Welcome, guys. And now I will give you a music and prepare overlays, arrange players. Maybe I will make... Should I make a break? Yeah, let's make a break after this match, because there are many matches. Because this is Group C. After that, I will also cast Group B today. So now, how it's working? Ptak is banning the map. Ziki is banning one map, and he banned Longinus. And now Ptak is picking from the 5 remaining maps the map that he will want to play. Ziki is, I'm banning Longinus. And Ptak is, let's go Longinus. Oh my fucking god. They're still picking them up, guys. Sometimes when you wonder why casters are talking too much, Zero should get them to the game because they are too tired. Nope. We have them up. Get to the game number 2 between Ziki and Ptak. Nice dark music at the beginning of the game. In the top right location we have Ptak, and bottom right we have Ziki. So first game went a little bit unexpected. I was thinking that maybe we will have regular ZVZ, but no. We had what we like, which is the fresh meat. Let's see if you guys can hear everything well. If you like BSL, if you are watching, so many people are watching, holy moly. So yeah, guys, this is the European Championships. The World Zoom, Oktoberberg and Maginio group will be casted after this group tonight. Tonight, guys, yes, tonight. So this is a pretty big effort, but I wasn't able to cast on Monday, so I want to keep up with the schedule, the way that we will be able to finish the finals of BSL Europe on Sunday, and that Kryok will be able to do the groups for the season finals of BSL season 15. So now the players are fighting for let me just move it. So the players are fighting for being top 4 of this season, of this championships, because top 4 players are advancing to BSL season 15 finals, but winner is also advancing to the BSL season 16, so he's guaranteed a seat. So we already have Sanhun, Terror, and Hulk, as well as Mihu from the previous season, who have a seat in BSL season 16. So if you was wondering what we need your help to make BSL season 16, there is a bar at the bottom. So this is the goal for the next season of BSL, to make it cool, 32 players are advancing, 16 are advancing from the points. There will be also ladder stage, but a lot of seats, and the format will be extended, 32 players into 8 groups into 4 groups, and 2 players advancing from 4 groups. 8 players are advancing not to the bracket but to the round robin, where everyone will play against everyone, and then the 6th player will play against 5th, winner against 4th, winner against 3rd, and so on. So this is the same format planned and as in BSL10. So I'm not commenting on purpose because we have the similar opening, but let's see what will be the differences. So both players, the Ptak, even though that he scouted that Ziki is going for actually he added extra drone, right? Okay, so he added extra drone. Now Ziki is adding extra drone, so it will be the same amount of links if Ptak is not adding additional ones. More links from Ptak, but the same thing from Ziki. Both players are supply blocked. I think they went for speed first both, so it shouldn't be that big of an advantage. We have a speed for Ziki, sneaking in 3 links. Incredible at this stage. He will be able to disrupt a lot of mining from Ptak. Ptak very aware what can happen if he will bring all the links to the main base, so he's keeping big chunk of the links over here. Mr. Schindler, peace, my friend. GG, well played. Yes, this is well played by Mr. Ziki. Of course, we also need to thank Mr. Sinclair, because he actually told me that I should approach to Optimong, to Mr. Chameleon, because he is a big lover of StarCraft and he might want to support BSL. So thanks to him, I had this contact. So if you guys know someone I could contact who might become the sponsor of BSL16, I will appreciate that. But huge thanks to Mr. Zinkler. So our sponsor Optimong is from the same country as Ziki, as Mr. Zinkler. So as Mr. Ziki and Mr. Zinkler, so nicely done. Ptak felt like there might be something over here, but Ziki was able to hide it. But I think, oh, one drone might fall. Nice reaction from Ptak, but not quick enough for Ziki Links. Ziki Links, calls like WikiLeaks. Ziki Leaks. Mass links from Ptak. I actually like that choice if he will execute it correctly, because Ziki spent a lot of money on this Spire. You can bleed off links, but I feel like it might be a good approach by Ptak. I like the idea, but not even GG. So in his own style, Ptak is ending the game. I will not say that I didn't expect that, but yeah. Maybe simply, like, because it doesn't mean that if you are a bad manner that you are not saying GG. Sometimes you can be so annoyed by the game, because this game gives you a lot of emotion. You are practicing in this fucking game for 20 years, and then 3 links can sneak into your main base in the very important tournament. You can be mad, right? Like, imagine not being mad, then you are crazy. But some people can still type GG after being mad, and some people are just furious. They want to kill you. Okay, but congratulations to Mr. Ziki. He is advancing from the first spot. And Mr. Ptak is going to the cider match to play against the winner of SquaLL and Cryoc. So that's very, very interesting. I will take a short break, go to pee, make some stretching, and I will be back in like 3 minutes with the SquaLL versus Cryoc. Maybe I will even give you the profiles of the players to look for. So I will make everything ready. Okay guys, I will give you music, be right back. welcome back, guys. It was a nice break. I enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. But now, coming up next, we have two amazing players. Where should I hide? Okay, we have Mr. SquaLL, aka Dawid, against Mr. Kryok, aka Kryok. Hey, Robert. Excuse me. So, so guys, those are such a nice guys. I like watching those matches very much. But I really like them as a human beings. They are very good man and very good players. I like have contact with them. This is what I'm talking about. It's usually a pleasure. So let's look at that. Unfortunately, one of them will be eliminated from BSL because we can see that SquaLL and Cryoc, they already lost their matches in the starting matches. So now they will go and face each other, and the winner of their match will play against Ptak in the decider match, who will go to the round of 12 winner bracket and who will go to the loser bracket of BSL15 European Championships. And bracket will be played on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, every day from now on. Tomorrow we will have Group B with Bonnie. So SquaLL and Cryoc, both nice guys. You can see that those are also the old school players, old school Super Gosu players, one 84 and 85th Europe born, so above 30 years old, both experienced, both liked by their own communities, and yeah, I think it should be a nice match. I'm looking forward for it. And the map is going to be Monopoly, and let's get this party started. Cryoc versus SquaLL, the elimination match of BSL15 Group C. Let's get this party started on Monopoly. Oh, SquaLL is a little bit. Okay. Fixed. On the bottom side of the map, we have Terran from Germany, this is Cryoc, and the Hope from Spania. We have our Red Zek SquaLL. So, Monopoly, DVD on Monopoly, or DVD on Monopoly. Interesting thing you can try to do as a Zerg is you can try to take this base and go for mass mutas and try to defend it with Sankers, because there is only one ramp, so there are 3 bases like that, so that's good enough. And there is actually also the second main. Another thing you can try to do, you can try to go for 2 hatch mutas into the drop and try to drop the drone in the middle and go for mass mutas from 4 extractors. So that's also an option. So overall, I think the map is giving a lot of possibilities. We have hatchery first and greedy drone from SquaLL. I like that in the tournament. I wouldn't like it in the ladder that much, maybe, because there is no reason to cut corners in ladder. I mean, there is a reason, but you probably know what I mean. But here we have even bigger greed from SquaLL going for the super late spawning pool, but it will probably mean that this is 2.5 hatch play, right? Mr. Ricardo, I don't know. I think Mr. Steve Young, it might be a little bit hard for him because it's For now, it's probably 3 AM for him. 3:34. So I think it would be hard. I also don't know if he's I could agree to get him to cast some matches tomorrow, as it's still the group stage of the regional championships. But I think for the season finals we already have casters booked. So Kryok going for different opening than on Butter. So expansion first. So he scouted that SquaLL went for this late pull. He went for a lot of drones before it, so he's not afraid any kind of aggression. So he's starting as good as he can. He's even skipping bunker to have the super depot. And we will have second barracks into refinery. I like this block from SquaLL. Oh, it's not tight, so I would think it is. So very good scouting from Kryok. He will scout that this is a third hatch in the base. Otherwise he would be forced to look for it, but now he can just simply sit and mine minerals and be ready for what he thinks is going to come, which is 3 hatch Muta most likely. But after the games against Ptak, Kryok might be like, oh, I was away from 2 years, for 2 years, and maybe the meta switched, maybe the meta changed, so maybe actually I should be ready for Hydras as well. But I think Kryok is smart enough that he knows that you can't be ready for everything, so he will probably make a scan, and this is the most basic opening you can hope for as a Terran. Nice harassment from SquaLL. It's always something. The medic will come and will have to heal this SCP and will be lower of that amount of energy, so every damage matters, guys. Dawid energy, yeah, Ziki played already. But after this we will have Dawid, Zoom, Oktoberzerg and Madinio group casted, so it's not the end of StarCraft action for you guys. If SquaLL will be able to escape with this build without any single sunken, it will be definitely good for him, because you can see that Kryok is thinking about defending. Yeah, he can see that the mutas are in production, so he's mostly thinking about defending, so not forcing the sunkens is definitely great for SquaLL, especially that he was able to take the top right base. So that's, I feel like the game is working well for our Zerg player. Kryok is very good on time of the turrets. They will be just on time, and he is building them in the right position, because this is where SquaLL wants to harass first. So he should be okay against this kind of harassment. So we can see that SquaLL is adding additional drones, so he wants to mine from the second gas as quickly as possible. While it was CV, I always like dive-ins like this, because now you are using this huge power of Zerg, which is a regeneration. So that's always better to have a little bit wounded mutas and a kill than full healthy and no kill. That's what SquaLL is doing. Now this muta was low, but he will regenerate soon. You can see that SquaLL is adding additional drones. The 4th hatcheries, 4 hatchery production, so if he will want to produce mass mutas, he will be allowed to do it. We can see that Kryok is scanning, he wants to see what's going on. He can see, okay, those are the drones. Hydra is then, so he knows what's coming. +1 weapon for mutas. And we will have +1 weapon for Marines as well, and Kryok decided, okay, this is the time to move out. And for those of you who was not following StarCraft for the recent years, nowadays Terrans, instead of making bazillion turrets against Zerg who is going Mutas, they are deciding to go for the aggression and force Mutas to fight in the open area, and that's what Kryok is doing. Look at that, now the Mutas have to be focused here and not in the minerals, so still that was pretty large amount of turrets, but he's looking for the base. Look at that. So Kryok wants to know where he should look for the base. So I think he eliminated those options, so now he knows that it is going to be here. SquaLL is trying to slow down Kryok. For some steams, that's always good. But there are 4 medics and they are far away from being out of energy. Double starport already from Kryok. So after going for this, I thought that this is a late factory. He was able to tech up to those science vessels extremely fast. I think he will want to kill this turret because it's disrupting his mining in the main base, in the natural base. But maybe for now, until still there is a threat of Mutas, he wants to. He simply wants to keep it alive for a little bit longer. Okay, so Kryok decides, okay, I need to go for the natural, maybe I will force Sunkens. Because SquaLL definitely has... Ooh, that's a lot of damage on Mutas. SquaLL definitely has good economical opening. Good economical moment, but I'm wondering what... Because this is pretty big marine ball, and if Kryok will connect it with the vessels and additional marines, it will be very, very hard to stop without Luther support and probably Sunken's support as well. The number of Mutas is 12, so it's good. There are with +1. 2-1 is being researched by Kryok, but it's a little bit. I feel like the Sunkens are needed, but Kryok is losing all the Mutas here. So this is a disaster situation for him. He badly needs those Mutas. He was supply blocked, so he's building like bazillion of them right now, but he will Kryok realize that this is a chance for him. Look at the supplies, it's still very, very close. Kryok very, very healthy on drone number in the third base. So he should be relatively happy with the situation he is in, but the question is, did he over-drone? Did he over-saturate? Yeah, the third base definitely. Okay, so there will be one Sunken, there will be a second one finishing soon as well. There is a flanking with the Mutalisks. Oh, but the Marines are so tanky. GG from SquaLL, and Kryok is taking game number 1. Boys, girls. And I will give you music and prepare everything for match 2. Which music should I? I will give you a little bit more. Let's go for the battle. Yes, this match is incoming. Okay, Cryo versus SquaLL. The map is going to be Vermeer. 4-player map. A lot of hidden expansion possibilities. Good map for the macro players. Without further ado, let's go to the game number 2 between Kryok and SquaLL. Top right, we have German Tegan Kryok. Bottom right, we have Spanish SquaLL. Interesting, guys, interesting. Let me look at the chat if everything is fine. You guys are very nicely watching the last engagement. Mutas. Yeah, we have a couple of Zeks who can micro, but yeah, it's sometimes it's like not your day. Sometimes you feel the distance, sometimes you not. I think SquaLL can micro Mutas. Well, maybe he was focused on macroing and droning up. And also there can be also an option like with me, so I can't play against Tegan. But this is a full first opening. Very low echo build. I don't know what, because this is overpool, right? So I don't know what it's designed to do. I think maybe he wants to focus the command center on the low ground, the high ground. Making 4 links is healthy. It's not 6 or 2, the best caster ever. But yeah, he will look for Kryok, but Kryok don't care about those 4 links. He's going for the normal build, so he will be able to escape with such a good opening. Obviously, he went for 3 Marines before Command Center, but it's still very good for him because he's constantly producing SCPs. He is able to mine more minerals than SquaLL, where SquaLL is just finishing his hatchery. What is this music? I'm looking for music every season on YouTube Audio Library, which is the no copyright music. Yeah, I like you doing that. I hope you like the music of this season because I decided to change it a little bit compared to the previous season because I thought that maybe having the same music for 3 or 4 seasons in a row is a little bit too much. So we need a little bit more of a refreshment. This SCV is constantly scouting at the same time. Kryok is using the time to push out a little bit. Maybe he will force a Sunken, maybe he will force, yeah, he's forcing more links. More and more links, actually. We will have Academy. A lot of links from SquaLL, but it was discovered by Kryok and he's adding the bunker. So look at that. Even though that Kryok was inactive for a longer while, he's still able to discover those timings which are going towards him. And yeah, we see that this is a very tight hold. He didn't end up losing anything besides money for the bunker, and the bunker will still be used for against Mutas. Yesterday I started the cast same as today, and I finished at 4 AM. Let's see how long it will take today. We have the second hatchery over here by SquaLL. This is interesting. I wasn't sure why Rares are doing that because I wasn't playing actively recently, but mostly watching replays. But I understand it this way that Terrans usually scans the main natural and then they are going for the corner bases, right? So this way you are not allowing Terran to simply find your base. And another big advantage of this base is if you will secure it, then your main base is simply easiest base to take. Kryok with 6 turrets, 7 turrets. So there goes his 500 minerals. Look at that, 2 scans in the main and natural. So he knows, okay, mutas are coming. SquaLL with healthy economy, +1 weapon upgrade, so his scanning was going on, +1 weapon. I don't know if range is done, I think it shouldn't be done until now, right? I mean, the steam is probably done, but... Is range started? I don't know, even. So some harassment from SquaLL. Right extractor very quickly. Kryok is scanning the natural again. Some SCVs are wounded and killed, so as long as he's not losing mutas, this is a great harassment. So now, I think he dealt with the healthy amount of damage. He will be able to go for the round 2 and he will lower the energy number on those medics. Very nice harassment from SquaLL. Oh, look at Kryok, he's going for the middle of the bases scan, which is actually brilliant, right? Obviously he wouldn't scan the hatchery if it wouldn't be done. So, but you are scanning at the moment where you expect that the hatchery is done, is up, so that's very, very smart. I wonder if it was a plan ahead or maybe just simply doing that out of... he wanted to do it quickly. Double starport already from Kryok, so he likes this double starport. Let's see what SquaLL will do. He's building additional mutas, so I like his position a little bit more this game because in the previous game, Mr. Plagu, thank you for the support. In the previous game, he was engaging with around 12 mutas, where usually you want to probably you want to have around 16 to 18, and we can see that he's building big amount of mutas right now, huge investments into them. So his dream scenario is to clear this army without it being connected to vessel or another group of marines. Nice micro from SquaLL, and now I think he is... Oh, but those mutas arrived from the worst possible angle, so I really like that SquaLL seen this and decided to back up, and Kryok is able to keep those energy on those medics relatively healthy, and he's going directly to this base. SquaLL with large amount of mutas, it is 18 of mutas. He should be able to clear this army without big of a problem if he will attack it all at once. He shouldn't even allow to lose any... Yeah, this is a good engagement for SquaLL. I mean, he's losing a lot of mutas, but still he will be able to clear it. If those mutas would attack He would probably lose maybe one muta less, but still this is a healthy engagement for him, because he secured this base, he didn't lose any drones, and we know that Kryok was tapping into the vessels, so we can see how small of his bio ball is right now. Those mutas have +1 hyper weapons, so he can deal with the turrets much easier. But when the vessels will be like, there is still 15 more seconds maybe for SquaLL to do the damage, but after that we will simply... Yes, Mr. Altermund, there will be 2 groups today. So yeah, now the harassment possibilities are lowered from, I don't know, from 100% to 25%, right? Still finding some marines is nice, but now the irradiate, yeah, this is very, very painful. Ooh, oh, that's painful, but nice speed still, because it was double irradiate. So he will connect all the mutas he has in the map. He will have relatively healthy number, right? With the mutas. Yeah, so this is 9 of them. Nice micro from SquaLL. He will have lurkers on time, so good timing as well. But Kryok is applying more and more pressure. Look at the civil count, it's 60 already. He is having... those vessels, very dangerous. He's having healthy economy, healthy production, so Kryok, we are already thinking about taking another base, probably even another base. What SquaLL wants to do, he wants to put the Nidus here, secure this base, and start producing ultras probably. I like the stacked lurkers because it's impossible to irradiate both lurkers at the same time, so this way Zergs are buying themselves a lot of time, but there is a +1 armor for those marines already, so there will be... There is no second part of the Nidus, right? Oh, now it is, but now it's too late, and Kryok with the excellent timing, I think. He's seen that, okay, I have +1 armor, the lurkers are not as dangerous to me as they could be, and SquaLL will try to defend this base, but I think the damage has already been dealt. If he will be able to clear all those vessels along with all those bio, I think maybe there will be a chance for him, but look at Kryok, he's already expanding on 12 and 11 o'clock. Very nice borrow over here, all the bio should go down, so good value from SquaLL, definitely good value. And there are some scourges maybe to clear it. Those vessels have not too much energy. There will be still few lurkers left for our Zerg, but Kryok very aware of that being a possibility. Yeah, that being a possibility, he's sending some units forward. One armor against 2-1. There will be the filer from SquaLL. He's trying to get this base again. Maybe it would be easier for him to try to take this base, but this way he would take lost his extractor and Queen's Nest. More vessels from our Terran player and Battlecruiser. Battlecruiser will come, and Battlecruiser is so hard to deal when you are only on 2 extractors, because normally you are able to kill it with scourges, so it's not that expensive for you if you have a gas. But if you don't have gas, you have to choose whether you build the filer, lurker, or scourges to deal with the Battlecruisers, and suddenly you might end up in the situation when you are fighting pure links against bio, which is not always perfect. That was a nice attempt by Kryok. Killing 2 vessels is always good. Those are the traits he needs. Maybe he will be able to secure one of those 2 bases. You can see that the drone is already there, but the number of drones from SquaLL, I think he's building some additional ones, so he knows that, okay, if I want to keep up on 2 bases, I need to be a little bit more healthy in economy, but Kryok is doing a Riser on the natural and all the drones will go down here, so very nice move. At the same time, the Lynx are fighting against Marines. The Marines are so much well upgraded, and GG from SquaLL. Unfortunately for Mr. SquaLL, he is being eliminated for BSL Season 15. Really sad because he's a great guy, but unfortunately he wasn't able to keep up with the pressure by Mr. Cryoc. So simply GG. Kryok vs Ptak, decider match. Winner of this best of 3 will go to the winner bracket of BSL15 European Championships, and loser will go to the loser bracket. So let's get to the game number 1. It's going to be on Vermeer, Kryok vs Ptak, coming up now. Top right location, we have a German-Terran player, Kryok. And on the bottom right, we have a Croatian Zeg player, Ptak. So Ptak, very experienced player. I think he had a little bit more experience than Cryo. Showed us very nice game against Ziki in the winner bracket. Ultras against Hydras, against Guardians and Devourers is not everyday ZVZ, so nice to have those guys being able to deliver some interesting variant of ZVZ for us. We are seeing Ptak going for Overlord first, and I wonder what Kryok will change in his game style compared to the first 2 matches against Ptak, because he lost already to him. He lost in the starting match 2-0 for Ptak. So this is my first question. I'm wondering what the Kryok will do. We could see that against SquaLL he already played differently. He played a normal pass expansion macro style. So maybe that's his adjustment to his play style. And Ptak in the first 2 matches was very aggressive. We've seen that he even cancelled player to get the speed for the Lynx. to be able to catch Kryok off guard. So very smart play from our Blue Zerg in the starting match. But also very aggressive, obviously, right? So I wonder if he will want to go with the similar approach to this game, or maybe he will change approach and maybe play a little bit macro game. We are seeing that Kryok is going for the same thing as he did against SquaLL. So Madinho group will be casted just after this best of 3. So Dawid, Zoom, October and Madinho coming up next. So don't go anywhere, guys. Okay, let me just... Okay, more links from Ptak. The speed will be done now, but I think Kryok will see that and he's immediately adding bunker. Nice wall in from Kryok. There will be 8 links pressure. Killing an SCV for 1 link is definitely worth it. Academy will be there in relatively soon. We can see that Ptak a little bit different approach than Kryok, because Kryok was, SquaLL, because SquaLL was playing very actively on the map. What I mean by that is he wasn't playing any Sunkens. He was expecting that he would be able to defend every aggression with his Muta and Links, and that's why he went for such an early third base over here, but he wasn't able to defend it, so maybe the Ptak approach is better. Hard to say. I really like this tweak, because this way you don't have to use your overload to stack your Mutas. Okay, while scanning, you will see the timing of the Mutas. It's rather normal. So 5 Mutas from Ptak, but the turrets are coming up rather late. So there might be an opening for Ptak, but the Marines are in good position. Nice micro from Ptak, hitting the number. Look at the amount of SCVs, it's relatively low. I wonder whether Kryok was cutting to get into somewhere, or... Obviously Ptak killed one with the... Good damage, definitely good damage. Look at that, 25 to 22. So because Ptak wasn't playing as openly, he was able to deal a lot of damage to Kryok, I would say. Now 8 mutas, 9 mutas will arrive here, but they are not all together, so you should never do it when you don't have your mutas stacked together. But on the other hand, maybe he will not even lose anything. Nice maneuvering for Ptak, escaping with every mutas but one, because he had 9, now he had 8. Plus 1 weapon should be done soon, right? So let's look at the scans from Cryoc. No scan in the top, on the bottom left yet. But he decided that this is a good moment to move out. But I like the position of Ptak for now. I think he dealt a lot of damage. Now he can go for the counter attack in the main base. Plus 1 will be done in like second or two. But we have counter attack from Cryoc, and there will be 3 Sunkens and some Hydras and some Lurkers. So this is actually very smart play by Ptak, trying to kill the main base while defending in the natural. The only question is, does he have enough? Because this is a lot of bio, this is a lot of plus 1 bio. And I think, yeah, he has to come back, right? With the mutas. But now the Sunkens are gone, but so... So that was a nice aggression for Ptak. I really liked that. The only thing that he was lacking is probably 3 more Sunkens or maybe quicker Lurkers. Now he's expecting that he will defend the main base with those Lurkers, and I think this is a good assessment. But he doesn't have enough mutas to kill Cryoc right now, so very nice move from Kryok to kill this base. Now he recognized, okay, I'm so ahead that I don't even have to be here. I can go to my base, make SCVs and classics and win the game. That is trying hard because he still has a third base, so there is still a potential for him to make a lot of mutas. The micro is nice, he already has upgrade. There is the lurkers, there are lurkers, so marines shouldn't deal that much damage to the main base. Now we have a scan from Kryok. And those pure 3 mutas will be cancelled, so Ptak is struggling with the amount of larvas he has. Oh wait, this attack might be actually very good because there is only 1 bunker, but if there would be like 5 lurkers... Oh, but actually this is great. Very nicely done by Ptak. He's doing what is possible to come back to this game. It's not like Cryoc economy is too good. Look, we can see that he already has 2 starports, so and the amount of gas he has, he will be able to make 3 units, which is vessel. And Ptak securing the natural again. I'm thinking what Ptak can do. Oh, third hatch in the main base. Okay, I like that choice. He needs to do something to get back to this game. He's building the muta count again, but the chances are not that big, I would say. But compared to the SquaLL game, Kryok right now already had 60 SCVs, so it's a totally different game. It's not like every 2 base Terran equals every 2 base Terran. and there will be more harassment, but this time with those vessels, those two units have incredible amount of value because they are killing units for free. Nice micro from Ptak. Ooh! Ptak, GG's. Let's say GG's, and I will give you music and prepare everything. Hey, so the map choice from our Croatian Zerg, Mr. Ptak, is going to be Longinus, so let's get to the second game between Ptak and Kryok. Top left, Ptak. Top right, Kryok. It's top right, closer to the top right than to the bottom right, right? But actually closer to the middle. Anyway, you know what I mean, right? Longinus, guys. I wanted to pick this map to the map pool last season, but I decided that it's always a pretty ridiculous process of choosing the maps because I feel like this is very important, but on the other hand, I want to be fair for everyone. So I am aware how important of a job that is. But Longinus is a map which gives plenty of incredible options, because first of all you have this space with two extractors, which for example for a Zerg gives you an option to go for mass mutas with 4 gases for 4 extractors. But this is one thing. Another thing is that you can have much better timings on this map, because this map has 10 mineral fields in the main base and 8 mineral fields in the natural, which gives you 2 additional mineral fields on the first 2 bases, which is huge, and that's why Protoss players like this match and liked this match so much in the previews, back in the days, because they were able to macro from 10 gateways without stopping from those 2 bases only, and that's why Protoss is so dangerous here. And while doing this incredible macro, they can secure 2 bases and have second base with 2 extractors of 2 assimilators. So that's definitely a map and this feature that you can use, those 2 mineral fields, additional mineral fields, but you can also try to use it with different races. For example, Terrans usually will have more drones, more workers than Zerg, so the race who has more drones on this map should be an advantage, right? But this 9 pull from Ptak, actually I like it, because it's not that easy to hold a choke over here. Maybe he will be able to force bunker or something like that, but this is still a huge commitment to the Zerglings, and we can see that he is adding additional ones, and there will be some drone. One drone will be lost on the extractor, so we can see that Ptak has definitely different style than SquaLL, where SquaLL is a more like a macro opening guy, and Ptak is really likes the aggression, really likes to apply pressure on his opponent. He dictates time of the play. It's great that we have few different players with the same race but totally different play styles. So this is great, right? But double barracks is definitely good enough for Cryoc. The biggest downside of this is that he doesn't have gas, right? And we will have free hatch from Ptak. So actually I love how much this opening gave him. I think he is ahead, right now. He will have very high tech. Ooh, that's nice engagement for Zerg, definitely. Killing 2 more SCVs, so now lowering the number of SCVs for Kryok to 18, so that's definitely huge. But Kryok will be able to scout what's going on. He will see, okay, this is the third hatch, you are playing it slowly. I really like it, and guess what? I'm pretty sure that I will force a lot of Sunkens from you. That's what Kryok is thinking. And he is right, there will be no... Oh, and he will kill an Overlord. Oh no? Okay, I thought that he decided, okay, my timing is so tight that I can't waste time to killing this Overlord, but that was actually great for Kryok. So still supply block for Ptak, and now okay, so he decided, okay, this is a link time. That's how he went. That's how he won the second game on Vermeer when they played in the starting matches. Steam will be not on time, but we can see the bunker from Kryok and the medics. I think he is standing well, if you know what I mean. Ptak with the A move didn't do too much, but it was close. Like if he would be there 10 seconds earlier, if he wouldn't be supply block with this overload, I think this attack would have much bigger chance to accomplish some good damage. That's why I think it was a good attempt. But on the other hand, if he chose this map, maybe it would be better to try to play to this map a little bit more. Try to maybe secure, I don't know, those two extractors. On the other hand, Cryoc SCV count is relatively low compared to Ptak. But there will be 3 Sunkens just in time, I think. Maybe it will be a little bit late if there will be a steam, but there is 6 Marines, 8 Marines here, but nice counter attack from Ptak. There is nothing in this bunker, so maybe he will be able to kill. Okay, so he will kill this SCV, he will scout what's going on, he will see that this is a +1 weapon. He killed a wounded SCV from earlier, and Ptak very nicely, he is lowering the number of workers for Cryoc. One by one. Run by will run by. And there will be Mutas. With +1 weapon. Okay, we will have a starport. Very quick start. Actually, I don't know, because Skype is building those starports every game, but you can see that he's cutting a lot of Marines to do it. So maybe this is his style, maybe this is how you play nowadays, or maybe this is how everyone plays, but I just simply know nothing. Okay, we will have 4 Sunkens against this Bio army. I think that medics should go first, so Ptak should be able to defend it, right? Oh no! Terran power! Those 2 lonely medic are like a little bit too late for the party. Nice clear from Ptak. This way he killed Bio, and Cryoc don't have too big of a production of Bio. Mr. Glacius, they ended the support for BSL. Like, I was in some kind of a program, but they closed it with the end of the May. But still, we will be back on Trovo probably with BSL, Gosu League, and with additional events. So I still have a hope that they will want to become the sponsor of BSL, because right now we are looking for the sponsor. That's why we have this bar at the bottom. If you want, you can check out the goal. Okay, so we have Cryoc scanning, and he sees, okay, there is a base, but Ptak is relentless with this muta aggression. He really likes to attack the economy of his opponent, and this is a nice move. +1 armor will be done, and 2 vessels. When the vessels will arrive, suddenly mass muta build is not that great, right? Additional drones being added from Ptak. So maybe he discovered, okay, I will not be able to win this game with mutas, I need to transition into something more. The irradiate will be there in a while. Ooh, only 2 on gas on here. I think this is pretty significant. Some additional harassment from Ptak, but now you can simply send... Yeah, 2 vessels to defend it. And this bio ball will have very good time to secure the middle of the map, but the lurker timing is, I think, also good for Ptak, so if he will move those into the sackets, he should be fine for a while. The Queen's Nest is late though, and Kryok, fortunately for Ptak, Kryok is not building tanks, so there will be no like timer beside the timer from vessels. But this base, if this base will be killed, then Kryok will be more than happy. He can, I'm pretty sure that he would be happy with trading this all bio army for killing this base. So, but at the same time, Ptak decides, okay, you want to kill this base, no worries. I will take this one and secure it. I can play a longer game. Nice counter attack from Ptak. There is not too much units here, but there are 4 vessels! Holy moly, a lot of vessels already. Those turrets are dealing so much damage to the mutas, but the looters finally killing the bunker, and Kryok is in danger of losing this natural base. Those 1-1 upgrades are so OP. And it looks like Kryok, we are simply waiting for GG, and I think Kryok will secure this game, because this was such a good game, and GG as I told. So yeah, very nicely done by Mr. Kryok. What it means, Kryok will play against Kenzie, so we will have Kenzie Kryok, Ziki Julia in the winner bracket, and Sakfe and Ptak going to the loser bracket. So nicely done.